Today, we look at Caleb Houstan, a 5-star wing out of Canada. If you haven't, please do me a solid and subscribe to help grow the channel. I hope you enjoy the video. When Caleb was younger, he showed a high IQ, a little in-between game, and sharp shooting. And he had tremendous pride in his defense early, getting deflections and steals. He was a bigger guard with length who stayed in attack mode. Houstan is about 6'8" currently, and his game has adapted quite a bit. He was rated a top 3 or top 4 prospect in the 2022 class, and this past July, he reclassed to 2021 and is now nationally rated the number 8 player in the country via the 247 composite. That just shows you how good he is to be considered a top 10 recruit still, despite moving to an older class. He had a big list of colleges he recently trimmed down to 4, Alabama, Duke, Michigan, and Virginia. His player comp is going to be former Duke and NBA player Shane Battier, legit 3-and-D players, lights out from 3, elite from 3, solid handle, can drive if needed, and annoying on the defensive end with their effort, their length, and their activity. Since there's only a few schools on his list, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. Just adding another pinch of flavor. Let me know if you guys like it or not. So let's look back at those 4 teams and briefly talk about what each situation looks like for Caleb Houstan. Nate Oates just completed his first season at Alabama and has locked in 2 commits so far. The big news coming in from J.D. Davison, the number 1 point guard in the 2021 class, which is very important. Now you have 3 legit ball handlers for the 2021-22 season for when Houstan gets there. You'll have J.D. Davison, former 5-star Villanova transfer Javon Quinterly, and then you have the second leading scorer who will be a junior shooting guard, Jaden Shackelford then. Just have to hope those guys gel well together and it doesn't have a negative impact on Houston's touches and game flow. As everyone knows, Duke recruits at a high level. Then guys leave early for the NBA. So they have a revolving door of incoming recruits. So far in the 2021 class, they have commitments from Paolo Banchero, who's a versatile big, and you have AJ Griffin, who's a small forward similar to Houstan, but they'll complement each other very well, with Griffin being more of an elite next level athlete and just an okay shooter. And Houstan is pretty much the opposite, an elite shooter and not an elite athlete. I also believe 2025 star point guard Jeremy Roach out of Paul Six in Virginia, I think he will be there for his sophomore year. And that's important for a guy like Houstan to have an elite point guard to find him when he's open. Juwan Howard just completed his first season at Michigan. They've already gotten 4 commitments from the 2021 class. There's going to be a big hole at the big wing spot with Isaiah Livers graduating, and Franz Wagner also is going to be believed to go pro after this year. Also, Houstan has a former teammate, Zeb Jackson, who's also at Michigan. So him and 2021 point guard Frankie Collins will be the only players as of right now who can create. And that could be seen as a negative or can be seen as an opportunity for Houstan to play like he does for Team Canada, showcasing his ability to put the ball on the floor and not just being pegged as just a shooter. Virginia prides itself on the defensive end. They won a national title in 2019, playing hard-nosed defense and shooting a high level from 3. This past season, they struggled on the offensive end of the floor, not even rated in the top 300 in three-point percentage nationally, and they were 351st in points per game. If Houstan gets there, he'll be playing with senior Cade Clark, who's a tough defender and a pass-first point guard, along with some talented 2020 guards. Due to the lack of scoring, slower pace, and less possessions, Houstan will have to show his defensive prowess, along with being aggressive picking his spots on the offensive end. Let's talk about his shooting. He is elite here as a shooter. I'm gonna give him like an A/A+, probably one small notch below Patrick Baldwin Jr., which is heavy praise. His catch and shoot ability is very impressive. And at 6'8", if you're not there on the catch, forget about it. What he does well that separates him is that he's always ready to shoot the ball, but also he continuously moves and makes sure the passer sees him. On drives, he's continuously adjusting to the basketball so there's no deflection, and it makes a delivery that much easier. Smooth, high release, has calm feet in his footwork, and it's so consistent. He shoots the exact same way every single time. elite balance, and effortless quick release. Defensively, he's going to be an A. He's top-notch on both ends of the court. Defensively, at 6'8" and a long wingspan with an active motor, he's very disruptive, consistently getting deflections and countering offensively. As a big wing, he's capable of guarding 4 positions at the college level. He'll be able to fill out a bit, gain another 10 to 12 pounds during his senior year to really take his defense to the next level. Being quick and agile, but able to play physical basketball without fouling or giving up ground. And since he's guarding smaller players, he's able to contest deadly shooters and offer rim protection. His athleticism and driving ability, I'm going to give Houstan a B+ in this range. He's able to get up and down the court quick, agile, and mobile, and he's a great rebounder. He can finish at the rim, but he's not putting his elbows over the rim or doing anything crazy. He's showing off really explosive leaping ability. He's still capable of finishing through traffic and contact, but it's more finesse right now. He really likes going to his right when attacking off the bounce in the half court. When he's flipping from defense to offense, which happens a lot because he's so good on the defensive end, he's north and south, and he's not wasting time, and he's not worried about the extra dribble combinations and getting fancy. He's aggressive and instantly attacking. I think he can be better in this department once he uses his pump fake a bit more, just because he's such a lethal shooter. Overall, he's an elite 3-and-D player, and look, he reclassified to be 1 year closer to the NBA. When he makes his decision, it will be the choice he best feels puts him closer to that goal. Don't expect him on campus for more than 1 season. Van Dyke, can't guard me.